This court in the Indian capital, Delhi, is hearing a defamation case against this woman, Priya Ramani. Last October, she accused a minister, MJ Akbar, of sexual harassment. He then retaliated by filing a case against her. Ramani faces up to 2 years in prison.
Wherever women have spoken the truth, they have faced backlash. Various defenses are taken. 1, you've defamed me. 2, you're lying. 3, the problem is all yours, not ours.
The fear is that this kind of backlash could further stifle female victims of harassment in a country where already only 1% of them file a complaint.
It's taken centuries for women, years and years for women to come out and explain. If eventually women are going to get convicted for speaking the truth, then it would be a horrific price that they pay.
In October, when the movement began, many Indian women were hopeful about MeToo.
Perhaps the first big casualty of the MeToo movement in Bollywood.
A year after the Harvey Weinstein affair in the United States, a Bollywood actress went public with accusations against a famous actor.
He closed the studio door so we couldn't escape. After molesting me, Nana Patekar planned intimate scenes in the movie that were not originally planned.
More and more women came out to name and shame their harassers. The accused included film stars, politicians, and journalists. But the movement also revealed how little people knew about sexual harassment. This NGO is trying to raise awareness, particularly among young internet users, through their MeToo Twitter page.
So what have we tweeted now?
We've now moved on to what constitutes sexual harassment. The anonymous Twitter accounts who've been saying that, who've been attacking the MeToo India movement, that there is no need for this Western concept, that we don't need this anti-man propaganda.
In a country where patriarchal traditions remain deeply rooted in society, every tweet on this account provokes a reaction.
I think the MeToo movement in India highlighted just how grossly unaware we were as a nation about the concept of consent being the center stone to any interaction, especially sexual interactions.
The Twitter page of the MeToo movement in India was created in October, and this journalist was behind it.
This is a moment in history that's probably never going to come back, or will come back in some other form. It's fourth wave feminism. So I thought that, why not chronicle this? Why not have a Twitter handle where people can write in, where people can, kind of share their stories.
But she says the movement quickly ran into many obstacles.
Because in India, there are many factors. There's poverty, there's class, there's caste, cities and villages, where by and large, the movement didn't leave that much of a footprint because of the vast size of this country and the diverse nature of problems that women face.
For many victims, the aggressors are within their own homes. 500 kilometers from Delhi, in Lucknow, Mamata Gautam told us her story.
The day I married and went from my parents' home to my husband's house, I thought it was normal for a man to abuse his wife. My husband abused me a lot. There was nobody to really help me at that time.
She was subjected to sexual violence for 8 years. She then met the NGO Humsafar in 2011, but it took volunteers another 3 years to convince her to leave her husband. Today, she is meeting with her lawyer.
The judge has ordered the arrest. They will initiate a warrant soon. Everything will be fine.
2 lawyers and 8 women respond to calls for help from 400 victims each year. This organization is the only one in the area where 100 million women live. Shera Naeem is the founder.
Society tells them that it is very normal. Every woman has to suffer a bit of violence. If he is your husband, he loves you, he will also beat you once in a while, and he'll also do sexual violence. So it corrodes the soul of a woman.
Gautam and 102 other victims have taken their abusers to court, but these women represent only 10% of all cases reported to the NGO. While the MeToo movement has helped several women speak out, the stigma associated with sexual abuse means that many women, particularly in marginalized communities, are unable to break down the wall of silence.